What is domain? Domain is the address number of a website. Wow, thank you for that contribution. So the domain name is the address number of your website. So what is, based on the explanation I gave yesterday, what do you understand about hosting? Like you've said now that domain name is the web address of your website. So what do you understand about hosting? And can you briefly tell me the difference between domain name and hosting? Because this training, like I've said, is a practical training which you need to understand the basics. And if you don't understand the basics of website design, then you don't know you are not yet ready to start. So that's what I'm asking. So what is domain name? As we've said, is the web address of your website. Then what is hosting? And briefly tell me what is hosting based on what we were taught yesterday, and the difference between hosting and domain name. So I need a fast response to that. Fast response to that. Fast response to that. Fast response to that. Fast response. Fast response to that. Fast response. What is hosting? What is hosting? What is hosting? What is hosting? So who is responding to that? Who is responding to that? I mean, Alima Yomide and John Marvelous. Out of 26 people in the group, it was only 2 of you that joined. I mean, and Damilola. So 3 people are joining now out of 26 in the group. So that is to tell you that there's only 4 people that are ready for the training. A domain is a website address, while hosting is having a place. Okay, you've said what is right. A domain name is a website address, while hosting is having a place. Okay, so let me just briefly explain that. I have said yesterday that your domain name is a web address, is the direction to your website, while your hosting is the neck of your website. Yeah, I like you to use that language. That domain is just like a head, and hosting is like a neck. Wow, that is to tell me that you are really following the training. You are really following the training. Wow. You are really following the training. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So domain name is like a neck, while hosting is like hosting is like a head, and domain name is like the head, while hosting is like the neck. So that was how I explained that yesterday. So very quickly, let's move to tonight's training. Has anybody joined now? So let's move quickly to night training. So I want to officially welcome each and every one of you to day 3 of this 30 days website design challenge. Like I usually say that this website design challenge is specifically for those that are ready to learn something that can change their life in the year 2026. It is wrong to you, it's wrong for you to do the same thing the way you did it last year, and you are expecting a new, or you are expecting a change. It is wrong. So if you want a change, you have to start, or you have to do things differently. That's where you can be expecting a change. So very quickly tonight we are moving to the basic of UI and UX. So before now, does any one of you have any idea about website design? I want you to type it on the comment section. Aliman, Ayomide, Damilola, 3 of you that have joined. And then some people were responding in the group that they are having network issue, but those of you that have good network, I want you to respond not really, but always hear about it. Wow. So you always hear about website design. Okay, so and Ali man, did you have any idea about website design before? Or have you heard about it before now? So let me just, have you heard about it before? Alima, are you here with us? Are you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here with you.
Do you have any idea about website design before?
Yes, sir. A website design, as in my idea, is creating a website, like designing it, like Jumia app now. Like the before we enter the app, it's going to show us. So that is a website designer that designs stuff like that. So
Okay, so yeah, so that is that. And website designer are those that design websites. So that is just a simple understanding about website design. So Lamide, welcome to the 3 of our 30 days website design challenge. So previously I've asked previous question about our last discussion or on our previous training, which is on hosting and domain name, and I believe we were in the training yesterday, so you should have a understanding about that. So without wasting waste of our time, let's move to tonight's training. So I want to welcome each and every one of you. Out of 26, it was only 4 of you that are in the training tonight. So I would like you to just listen attentively or find a pen, whatever you are. Though I'm still going to send the write-up to the group, though you can read it later. But it's best to write it now so that you can adjust some things that I'm going to be saying. But some things I will be saying now will not be in the write-up that I'm going to send to the group. So it's best to write it down so that we can have a note and understand this thing very, very well. So good day everyone and welcome to day 3 of the 30 days website design challenge. I'm really proud of everyone that has been showing up consistently, and one thing I want to remind you is that consistency is already a win. For the fact that you have been consistently attending this training from day 1, day 2, day 3 is already proving that this year you are going to win in this field. Okay, so before we move forward, let's do a quick check-in. If you attend day 1 and day 2, type still here in the chat. So if you know you attended day 1, day 2, kindly type it in the comment section that still here. Or if today is your first time, just type just joining today. So whichever way, if I just join in, just say just joining today. And if I attended day 1 or day 2, type it on the comment section that still here. So I want to welcome every one of you once again. I'm still expecting to your response to the comment section. So today's class is very important because it will change how you think about website design. So before now, many people think website is very technical to design. If you go to online now, it's just both day 1 and 2. Wow. So that's so that you are still here. So those before now, website design, if anybody tell you that both day 1 and 2, okay. So if anybody tell you that what is website design, how does website designs works? How does it works? Before now, if anybody tells you how does website design works, I know you find it so difficult and you think, this is a tedious thing. Just imagine that Jumia website. Those people that did it, they did a very big work. Or let's say just go to our website and they're going to help you. If I just join in now, Aruna Dinjango, please mute your mic. Mute your mic. If I just join in, please mute your mic so that others can hear. So today's class is very important because it will change how you think about website design. So number 1, we have objective of tonight's class. By the end of today's training, you will understand. Aruna, please mute your mic. This guy. So I'll help you to move your mic since you didn't hear me. So class objective for tonight's class, by the end of today's training, you will understand. Number 1 thing, you are going to understand 6 things at the end of this training tonight. What UI and US really mean, the difference between UI and US, principle of good website, why some websites feel easy to use and others don't, how to start thinking like a professional designer. The reason why I'm giving all the basic understanding about website design is because if you don't understand the basic of every field, you find it so difficult, to triumph on that field as time goes on. Because if you don't understand the basic of anything, there will be a time where your passion will fail you, because customer is not coming, client is not coming, passion will fail you, because what you are expected you might not see it as the first 1 month that you just started. I won't lie to you. So the only thing that will keep you going is when you have a focus and you understand the basic that this thing it will definitely work, and you can easily convince clients when you understand the basic of website design. So I want to throw the question to those of you that attended that are online now. What do you understand about UI and US? Just type the meaning, the full meaning of UI and US. What is UI? So let me ask you before now, do you have any idea about that? What is UI? I want a response on the comment section. Just type it on the comments. User interface. Wow. What is US then? I want us to make the training more interactive. I think Olamide, Alima, Yomide, Marvelous, Damilola, Aruna, 4 of you, I think 5 of you are active. So I think Olamide, John, Marvelous, Damilola, Aruna, Olamide, 5 of you are active. So I want a response. UI, the meaning of UI. Somebody have said it, but
Yeah,
for some.
the thing is that I can't see a space to type on my screen. That is why
Okay,
I don't respond.
okay, no problem then. There's no space for you to type. So UI is user interface, UI is user experience. Wow, I love it. I think you guys are busting my head now. So I think I can continue with your training now. So let's continue. I've heard you, Olamide. I've heard what you said, so no problem. So UI UX design, UI is user experience. Oh, I'm on the track now. I've seen it. All right. So UI is user interface, while US is user experience. So I would like to share my screen. I would like to share my screen. Can you see anything? So this is not doing. So what you do now, if you are using a laptop or smartphone, I would like you to do something. Not yet. Okay. So user interface. Your user interface is, for example, if you go to a website, if you go to somebody just go to Jumia now. You can send it to the group though. Let somebody go to Jumia now. Let somebody go to jumia.com and screenshot whatever you see there to the group. So I want to show you what user interface means. So let me in to cut, to make it snappy and brief. So I don't want us to make this training too. So your UI is everything the user. Yeah, UI is everything that users see and interact with on your website. So if you go to your jumia.com now, if you want to buy a bag, those bags you are seeing on your website, everything, the home, the cart, the collections, those ones are user interface. What you see, how the website look, UI in a short form is how your website look, the look of the website. That is UI, user interface. Because they have two things on website. We have back end and front end. The back end is for developers. When we start the practical tomorrow, I'm going to be showing us the back end. So the back end is for, you can write it down. We have two phases on website design. We have back end and front end. So the back end is for website developers or website designers, while the front end are for users. Users are those that visit your website or visit your store or visit your website. That users are those that visit your website to buy. Can you come again, sir, please? Okay, I said website user experience. We have user interface. User interface is everything that user can see and interact with on your website. Everything that is on your website that user can see on your website is called user interface. Because one, we have two types of faces on websites. I think that's what we want to write down. We have back end, BACKEND. We have back end and front end, FRONTEND. That is front end and back end. The back end is for the developers. That's where everything you see on the front end has been inputted. For example, if you want to correct anything in the front end, maybe there is a mistake on the user interface, you cannot correct it. That's why you can't go to Jumia website and change the price on the website. If you go to Jumia website and you see that they are selling this bag is 50,000, and you say I want to change the price to 20,000 so I can buy it 20,000, you can't have access to that, because that is just user interface. You cannot correct things from the user interface except from the back end. And who are those that have access to the back end? They are just, can we get everything later, sir? It's not. Okay, no problem, you get it. So the back end is for developers, while front end is for the front end is for users, the visitors to your website. So examples of UI: button, colors, font, image, icons, layout, etc. So examples of your UI experience: button, like the button contact us. There are buttons like that. You see contact us button. You will see. I wish I can share my screen with what I'm using here. It's not going. I wish I can share my screen though. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Huh? Please, I need the response, please. We are with you. Alright. So your UI is your examples of UI elements are button. Your button, I thought I can share my screen. Tomorrow I'm not going to miss of this Google Meet, then I will use another software. It's not allowing me to share my screen. I wanted to share my screen to show you button. So we have button colors. Colors are the brand identity of your website. Maybe your company. If you go to YouTube now, you see that most of the color of YouTube is red and white because their logo is red and white. So if you go to Dangote website, dangote.com, you will see their color. It will be very simple. Everything will look so simple. So those are user experience. Colors, fonts. Font is your text. The typography, how the text looks like. We have a lot of samples for text. We have Cinema, we have Arial, we have different kind of fonts for a text. So we won't go that. We have icons, depending on the kind of icons you want to put on the website. maybe you want to put a head icon, you are talking about contact us, or you are talking about learn more about us, or you are talking about uh, I want to use one example like that to escape my mind. So let's just, you are talking about learn more about us. You have to put an icon that replicates that learn more. So you can go to your Chrome and search for learn more about us icon. So it will give you an download that you put it on the website. So when we get to the practical, we're going to have that. I just also have to have this basic understanding. So before we continue on the practical, so we have layout. Layout is the structure of the website, how the website looks, how they put the home, how they put the footer, how they put the home page, how all the entire website, how it is being arranged. So that is the layout. Who just joined? Miriam. No, it's just I'm talking about icon. Olamide, I'm talking about icon. We are still on the examples of UI, user interface. That is the element of UI. That those are we have icon. So that's what I mean about learn more about us icon. So if you are talking about lemon, if you want to add a lemon function to your website, you must ensure that the icon on the lemon button replicates what that thing is really saying before people even read it. Some people don't know how to read English, but when they see the icon, they already know what it means. And it's not everybody that can read that will see your website. Some people only understand signs; they don't understand English. So in simple terms, UI is how the website looks. So in simple terms, if anybody asks you what is UI, just tell them that it's user interface. That is how the website looks. That is just the simple explanation about UI, how the website looks. So a good UI should be, you can write it down, a good UI should be clean, simple, consistent, visual appealing. It must be clean. You must not create a website that is tedious. That's why when you go to some websites, it will be so rigid, so rough. But a good UI must be clean, simple, consistent, and visual appealing. So a good UI must be clean, simple, and visual appealing. It must be clean, simple, and visual appealing. Can you hear me? So a good UI should be a good user interface. So I won't be using the short form. A good user interface, a good website look. Let me use that word. A good user interface or a good website look must be clean, simple, consistent, visual appealing. So right on, sir, we are here. So it must be virtually appealing. A good UI, a good website look, a good user interface of every website must be virtual appealing. That is, it must be attractive. That is virtual appealing. It must be correspondent. It must be consistent, and it must be clean, not too rigid. It must look simple. People like what is simple, not what is rigid. You just add different color, putting black, blue, green, yellow. So that will look so rigid and so rough. So the next thing is US rather. We've talked about UI, and now is US. So what is US? US is user experience. User experience is about how the user feels when using a website. User experience, how does the user sees when they open a website. So example, can you just tell me something? Have you ever visited a website before, and after 20 minutes you are already tired of the website is still loading? For example, they send you a link to a website and you click on the link. After you click on the link, the website kept loading. Even you yourself, you are interested. Have you come across such experience before? If you come across, just write yes I want. If you've not, just say no. I want you to respond to that. Alima, it happens to me sometimes. Yeah. So at times you click on the website, it will keep loading. Sometimes you think maybe it's your network that is bad. Meanwhile, it's not your network that is bad. It is the website that is sluggish. So it is the website that is sluggish. The developer made some mistake while doing those things, and that was why the website looks so sluggish and is, slow to open. So at times you get tired. So your US is the user experience, what you feel, what you feel, how user feel when they open the website you design. You understand? So UI is about how the user feel when using a website. So how they feel while using your website. Is it too sluggish? Is it too difficult? Is it too rigid? Is the color bad? Is the typographical, is there a font error? Maybe you use one font at the top, the down font is bad, the way you arrange the home is very bad, the footer is not well arranged, the newsletter, all the likes. So how the users feel when using your website, that is user experience. So it answers questions like, is the website easy to use? Can users find what they want quickly? Is the website confusing or smooth? So for example now, can you go, I will give you, like, it's not part of the assignment today, but I will give you as an assignment now. So you write it, go to jumia.com.ng and also konga.com. Just test those two websites, jumia.com and jumia.ng and Konga. I think there's Konga.ng.com. Konga is .com. So check those two websites and give me some of those things you felt about those two websites. Some of those things you felt about those two websites. Just go through it and give me some of the things you felt about it. Jumia.com and .ng and Konga. So just go through the website. I want us to understand about the user experience. When you go to Jumia and you want to order for anything, all this from you clicking on the website address while you registering your account with Jumia with your Gmail, from you leading you to open the account. You understand what I'm saying? So from them leading you to looking for the collections, maybe what you want to buy. You want to buy bag, you went to search to the search bar to search for bag, so shoe, for palm. From you leading it to you searching, getting the best bag you wish to buy. From then leading you to you clicking on add to cart. From you going to checkout. From you going to payment. From you checking the delivery time. All the lights were done by a designer. Nobody is responding to you. It is automated. So immediately as you click on checkout, the next thing that will bring has been automatically programmed on the website. So for example, now you went to Jumia and you trying to order, you click on order, it's not going. You click on order, it's not going. So that's an experience to you next time. If somebody else wants to buy something from Jumia, you can say that Jumia website is not good though, because you have had a bad experience about it. So US is the user, how you feel while using the website. So can you send some of the notes to the group? Let me see you are. Can I see the comment? So I would, don't worry, I would definitely send to the group. It's just that what I was saying, you can't, all what I'm explaining now is not part of what is in the group. So is the website easy to use? Can users find what they want quickly? Is website confusing or smooth? So is the website confusing or smooth? So the user experience, so in simple time, your US is how the website works and feel. So how the website works and feel, how the website you visit works and feel is the user experience. So user experience, what you experience during the process of you visiting the website, that is just user experience. So a good user experience, a good UX should be easy, clean, fast, stress-free. So like I said, if you go to Jumia, you order what you order, you pay, blah blah blah. They tell you the day they are going to deliver a product and it's being delivered to you. Somebody will call you maybe on a delivery day. That is stress-free. You don't have to start breathing, giving yourself headache over it, because everything has been programmed. After you search for what you want to buy, click add to cart. After you click on add to cart, check out. After you check out, it asks you to make payment or payment on delivery. You've done that. You put your location. Is it a home delivery, or you want to take it from a station where they deliver? After you've checked everything, once you have choose everything, this thing will be delivered to you at the time which it's scheduled on the website. So that is just, it's stress free, and it's more is fast, clean, and easy. If you go to Jumia, that's why you see the color. Whenever you see color, that's yellow, or is it orange color or gold color, you already know that this is Jumia, because it's clean and simple. It is clear and simple. So the difference between UI and UX is that, let's simply simplify it. UI is about design. So let me simplify it. Like I said, this training is for professionals. So after the whole thing, you become a professional, and if you don't have the understanding, the basic and the in-total understanding, you might be finding this challenging. So, and I don't want it to look so challenging to you. That's why I'm explaining it in details. So UI versus UX. Let's simplify it. UI is about design. UX is about experience. So UI is about design. That is the look of the website. The look of the website. Like UX is the experience. What they felt, how they feel when they visit your website. So you can have beautiful website with poor UX. You can have a simple website with great UX. So you can't have a beautiful website with poor UX. So if you say that your website is beautiful and the user experience is very poor, that is not a beautiful website. So both the two must be correlating. They must be accessible. They must be partnering. So both UI and UX cannot be separated. So you can have a simple website with great UX. So when a website is simple and it has a great UX, that is user experience, that website will always, because when you visit the website today and you do some transaction on the website, it was successful and it was very fast, you can tell other people yourself, no, I've used it before, it was very fast. You understand? So because of the experience you had, that was why you can introduce another person. And if you have a bad experience, like all this mobile app website, you can say, you be bad though. If you transfer money like this, 3 days time you won't see a lot. You understand? That was because of the experience you had. You understand what I'm saying? So because of the experience you had, that was why you made mention of those things. So David Omoyi Oix, welcome. I will send whatever you are doing. I will send everything you said to the group, because we can't repeat ourselves again. So you can still follow us on the remaining training. Alright. So
Okay, sir.
So because we've started since, and I will just we are already approaching the end, but I will send the recorded video for this training to the group, and also the training, the notes itself to the group, so you can go through and read it to have more understanding, because this training is for professionals and you must have the in-total understanding before you can be expertise on this field, website design. So the best website have both good UI and UX. So the best website design must have both UI and the user interface and user experience. So once a website has good appearance, that is virtually appealing, the experience, how it's fast, how everything was arranged, the website is good to go. So the core principles of good UI and UX design. Number one, the core principles of core is CORE, principles of good UI and UX design. Number one is simplicity. Don't overcrowd your website. Too many elements confuse users. Don't overcrowd your website. Just ensure simplicity. For a good website must be simple. So ensure an highest esteem of simplicity. Don't overcrowd your website. Don't let it to have too much of too much of icon, too much of text, too much. Just make it look simple. Virtual hierarchy. Important information to stand out first. Virtual hierarchy. So ensure that you start from home. You don't just put footer at the top, then you don't put home downwards. No. Ensure you virtual hierarchy. There must be an hierarchy arrangement. You can't put footer down and put put header at the top. You can't put footer at the top and put header down. You should know that that one is zero. It is zero. Your header should be at the top, while footer should be at the down. So those are arrangement, virtual hierarchy that you must understand that footer should be down, and there are things that should be on the footer. You can't put what is on the footer at the header, so it is wrong. So important information should stand out first. So important information should come first. So once you are getting towards the extreme end of your website, that's when you put some other newsletter and testimonial. You can't go and put the testimonial at the first write up of the website. You understand? So that arrangement should be done properly. If you are following me, just say I'm following. Type that in the comment section if you are still following me. So number 4 is readability. So I made mention of simplicity, I made mention of virtual hierarchy. Just how many times have I mentioned? Number 1, simplicity, we are following. With simplicity, I made mention of virtual hierarchy. Number 3, consistency. Number 3 is consistency. Number 1, like core principle of good UI and UX design. Number 1 is simplicity. Somebody should type it. Number 2 is virtual hierarchy. Number 3 is consistency. So use the same font, color, and button style throughout the website. So this consistency is that you using the same thing, using the same color. Simplicity, virtual hierarchy, consistency. Wow. So number 2, that is number 3. Use the same fonts. And I hope you all understand what font is all about. If you understand, don't say yes. I understand what font. Font is the appearance of the text, how the text looks like, the typography. That is font. So use same fonts. So the same font colors. So if your color, your branded color is your branded identity, your brand color is I usually like to use Jumia website because I love it, because it's an e-commerce website. If you go to Jumia website, the only thing you can see, you're going to see black, orange, and that is black, orange. And if you check all the collections, you see that all the text on the collections are the same thing. The font on the text are the same thing. When you see the main bodies of the collection, you see that they are bold, they are in capital letter. Everything is in capital letter. The drop down will be in small letter, cap lock. You understand? So those ones, they are well arranged. They are well arranged. That is same font all through. If you check the Jumia website, just go and check it again. You see that all the font of the text are same. If you see anyone that is uppercase, the main one we have uppercase. The main collection headers will be, if it is going to be capital letter and it's capitalized, everything will be capitalized. You understand? So the font is the same. Colors. If you go to Jumia, I think it's just orange color. Is it orange or gold, or I don't know the color. I don't actually like color like that. So let's say it's orange, black, and white, right? So orange, black, and I think white. That's just the 3 colors they use. You can't see blue there. You can't see green. Why? Because it's not part of their branded color. So most of the time you use the same color throughout. And button styles. So your button style, if you are using a rounded button style, ensure that that's all you use throughout the website. So that if you are using a button style, when we get to the practical, I'm going to show you the button style. Sometimes you use shape, you use rounded shape, you use. So if you are using rounded shape, ensure that all through wherever you want to put button for CTA, that is call to action, ensure you use the same button style. So that is just that about consistency, repeating the same thing. Ensure that whatever, if you are using one font, ensure that that's what you are using throughout the website. If you are using a color, ensure that that's the color you are using throughout the website. If you are using black, ensure that it's black. It's not that black, green, yellow, blue. That color looks so, upward. So you should understand the consistency, repeating the same font and the same thing to make it more, attractive. Readability. Text must be easy to read. That is number 4. Can you type it on the comment section? Number 1 is simplicity. Number 2, batch hierarchy. Number 3, consistency. Number 4, readability. Not somebody say readability. If you are still with me, just type it in the comment section. Readability. Readability. Text must be easy to read. Avoid readability. It's not irritability to read. READ. Readability. READ. Yeah, readability. So text must be easy to read. Avoid tiny font and poor color contrast. So ensure that your text is easy to read, that people can easily see it. It's not everybody that will visit your website that have good eye, that can see very well. So some people they can't see what is on your website, and they need to read before they can, they can do whatever they want to do. So you must also take conscious of those ones. So ensure your text is easy to read. Avoid tiny fonts. Any font that you see is too tiny for everybody to see, just avoid it. If it is your personal phone, now you can decide to change the font and the size to small. But since it's not a smart personal phone, it's general, or it's a website, ensure you use font that everybody can easily see. So number 5 is navigation. So users should move around the website easily without thinking too much. So ensure the website is easy to navigate, like easy to scroll through. There's a website that if you scroll now, you think that is your phone that is hanging. Meanwhile, it's not your phone that is hanging. It is a website that is hanging. You understand? So some website like that, the user experience, maybe when the programmers or developers is writing the code, he has made some error, so the website will now be sluggish. So it used to be like that. So to navigate through that such website now, it should not be, it will be slowing instead of easy for you to scroll through. So if it's scroll, so users should move around the website easily without thinking too much. So the website will be easy to scroll through out. So that is the last thing about the core principle of UI UX design. So another thing we should understand is think like a designer. I usually tell most of my trainers, whenever we have any training like this, both physical and online, and my closed door, I usually tell them that every designer is a god in creation. I don't know what you understand. If you are a Christian, you understand what God says in the beginning, that God created the heaven and the earth. As from the onset, there was nothing like earth before, and there was nothing like heaven before. But God created it through His creativity. That's why He made humans in His own image, in order for us to be creative as well, to create things. So you have to think like a designer. When God created the earth, the remaining 7 days, what does He use for? He has created the earth, He has created the heaven. Heaven was perfect. The earth was void. You understand? So what He did, He cut out lights for Him to see everything that is shady. So He has to set everything. So that's the same thing that you have to understand, that you must think like a designer. Like this thing, I'm the god of this website. How I want it to look like. The whole earth now was responsive to how God wanted it to be. So that's how you should think as well as a designer, that how I want this website to be. I want the logo to be at the right, or I want the logo to be in the middle, or I want my font to be on the home page to be cap lock. For example, if I want to write home, the first letter should be capital letter, the middle one should be small letter. No, or I want all the letters to be capital letter. I want to the about us should be, should be in the right hand. You understand? So you have to think like a designer. So everything you are doing, you are being creative about it. You are the one designing. You are the one thinking on how you want it to be. That's why I made mention of God at first, because when He created the earth, there was nothing like earth before, and 7 good days He used it to create. He used to arrange the entire earth, putting the home, putting the firmament, the header, putting logo to the earth. If you are following me, just say I'm following. So I'm just use that one as an example. So you have to think like a designer. Before designing, always ask, who is this website for? So you must understand, who is this website for? Those are the 4 questions you should write down and ask yourself. 3 questions rather. Who is this website for? What problem is it solving? For example, now if you go to Jumia website, you know that this is an e-commerce website, and what is problem is this? Who is this website for? If you were to be the one that want to design Jumia website, the first thing you ask your client is that, who is this website for? Who are your targeted audience for this website? And what problem is it solving? What problem would this website you want me to create want to solve? So if it's just a blog website, you know that this one is just to post news. So you can't go and design e-commerce website for blog website. That is I won't use the word that came to my mouth. So that is suicide. It's suicidal. Design suicidal. So, and you must understand, what action do I want the user to take? So on Jumia now, the problem is solving that it makes buying easy for people. So instead of you to talk to third party that on WhatsApp, I want to buy something, now make payment. This one make everything easy. You can just go to the website, click on it, make payment, and it will tell you the day your delivery will be ready, and the number will be sent to you, message will be sent to your Gmail. All those things that are being done, those messages you are receiving, they are not done by anybody. They are automated. It is designed. It is developed. It is the way the developer for that website wants it to be, and also the way the owner of the website wants it to be. That's how it was. You understand? So you have to think that, what problem is this solving? This one is Jumia now is an e-commerce website where people buy goods. They buy goods, physical products. So when you order there, the problem is solved that it gives ease to your stress. So when you order there, you make payments, or you pay on delivery as well. They will accept pay on delivery. So once they bring your product, you pay. So it makes things easy. So the problem is solving now is solving problem of third party that will run away with your money. You understand? So he has a problem. So what action do I want the user to take? The action is the user to make payment. So he has call to action. On website we call something CTA. Let somebody to type it on the comment section. Say CTA, call to action. CTA, the full meaning of CTA is call to action. So what action do I want people to take? Anywhere you click on something that I take to another place is called CTA, call to action. So like for example now, CTA, call to action. I did the call to action to you guys, but you will not understand it. I sent a link to the group that if you want to join tonight's training, kindly follow the link below to join. And when you click on it, it took it from where? It take you from WhatsApp to Google. Alright? So that is the call to action. The action is that whenever you click on call to action, is either take you from where you are to another place. So now when I sent the link to the Google Meet to the WhatsApp group, it took you from WhatsApp to what? To your Google. That is to sign in and join the training. That is call to action. So what problem I just solved now? I just solved the problem of accessibility. If nobody have access to that link now, this training we are doing now, there's no way they can join it. You understand? Though we are having training now and you guys are listening to what I'm saying, but those that don't have access to that link, there's no way they can take action. but you guys have access to the link. You click on it and you bring it here. So that is call to action, and the action is to join the training, which you have succeeded joining. Am I communicating? If I'm communicating, just respond. So professional designers design with purpose, not just beauty. So you must have every professional designer designs with purpose. You must have a purpose for that website, and every website have its purpose to achieve. So you understand that and think deeply when you are creating your website. Yes, you are communicating. So alright, thank you. So to cut the non-show results tonight, so far we've discussed about UI UX design. So UI is the user interface, how the website look. Then UI UX is user experience, what the users feel, what the visitor feels about your website. When they click on your website, how they feel, their impression about your website. So that is US. You understand? So, and every designer must think like a creator. You must think like a creator. You must think like you are the god of this website. Whatever thing I want the website, how I want the website to look like, even though when the owner of the website told you that this is what I want, blah blah blah, you must still have, add your creativity to it and to ensure that you beat their expectation by giving them your full creativity as a professional designer. So website design is very easy if you understand the basic, and that was why I'm giving my time to explain this in details for these 30 days, so that after these 30 days nobody can push you away on this website design career. So I want to assure you that these 30 days you can't afford to not to gain anything at all. And the only way that you won't gain anything is when you refuse to practice what is given to you as an assignment. So your practical exercise. So I want everyone to go to our 2 websites now and tell me 2 things you notice about the website. This thing will still go offline now. 2 websites. Number 1 is www.webwithglobal.com.ng. Just go to webwithglobal.com.ng. webwithglobal.com.ng. Just tell me about what you think about the website. So kindly go to that over. So another one is school. Check the comment section now. You will see everything, the website I wanted to visit. Just click on it to take it to the website. So these are the 2 websites I wanted to visit now. Visit them now. Visit them now. So very quickly, I need a response to that. So how does the website looks? So So if I want
Welcome to WebWeave Global Limited. We are a leading web design and digital marketing agency based in Ikorodu, Lagos State.
Our team of skilled web developers, SEO specialists, and digital marketing professionals is dedicated to delivering measurable results for your business.
Captivating website or enhance your brand visibility, we make your goals our mission.
Our SEO specialists carefully optimize every detail to help you rank higher and reach your ideal audience.
From social media management to paid advertising, we create campaigns that connect and convert.
Creativity is at the heart of WebWeave. From logos to motion graphics, we bring your ideas to life.
Our services include website design and development, social media management, SEO, Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads, graphic design, graphic video editing and animation, CAC registration for businesses, companies, and incorporated trustees.
Visit us today at Point 6, Upper Street, Odus Bus Stop, Imota, Ikorodu, Lagos State.
How many of you have visited the website, and how does the website look like?